Hey everybody, we're back, finally. Yeah, we're back, finally. How you doing, Lena? I'm not getting any audio on my TV, so I'm gonna go and deal with that while you guys watch the opening, and I'll be back right now. There, I'm back. I'm doing okay, Leno. I'm doing okay. Sorry to hear you aren't doing so great. Is this looking right? I feel like it isn't. Blurry, maybe? That might be better. So when we left off with level Saga 2, a lot of stuff happened. The Heat is dead. Roland is dead. Archilla is dead. Yeah, that's fun. We got Surf back. Sarah is now a member of the party. And Chansum let us know that now is the time to start looking for side stuff. Let's do some of that. How are we doing? Not too bad. You know, one thing I always quite like about Shin Megami Tensei as a series is the way it doesn't inflate stakes with higher numbers. It's like, oh yeah, no, level 45 on average for the party. and none of them have over 400 hit points at max. Still conveys the same feeling of tension, of bigger damage as we escalate, but without inflating it to quad digits. If you get what I mean. Okay, that is looking okay. That is looking better than it was. Jansum, how you doing, buddy? Just notified you. We've only been live for 8 minutes. So, like, you've not really missed anything. Just temporarily, thanks. I appreciate your consideration. Orb that pops out of the hat. 50,000. Okay. This better be good. Impel stone. Impel stone. Impel. Is rage. It's a psycho rage item. That could actually be pretty useful. How you doing, Chansum? Let's hit the shop. I noticed we've got some flowers. Parajack's got the goods. The good goods. Sapphire. Malachite. Jasmine. There we go. Okay, and Sakura. And 1 rose. I need some discs. Mute, stone, curse. Put it all up to 10? 20. They're all pretty cheap. Oh geez, that's like the worst time for that to happen, as we're starting to get into the cold as well. Sorry to hear that, Johnson. I don't need any of those. Yes, get some poisons. If only you had Pyrojack to sell you some goods. Like, I don't know, anything. Ooh, Digital Devil Saga art book. Is that just for the first game, or does it cover both? I've actually got my 2 Tales of Xillia art books up there on my shelf that you might be interested in. The first game and the second. That came in the collection editions. Going to the sun. That'll warm everyone up. Not even the full first game. The only time I ever looked at an art book I got in a collector's edition was the Mass Effect 3 collector's edition. It came with an art book and spoiled the climax of the game. So I don't look at the art books anymore. 7 or 8 art books. Maybe Kaneko needs to take it down a notch. Now let's see what we can get everywhere. Interesting. Would like to see the rest of the Quantum Devil Saga stuff get translated. Yeah, no, Karma's Society's been crushed. Everything's not so bad. We're all gonna die in the morning. With what the game's shown off, like, how much is there that could happen before the events of the first game? Or is it prequel story covering Karma Society stuff? That's an interesting question. I did hear Penguin Random House is purchasing something. It wasn't Bento Books, but it was a publisher I recognised. Stop sympathising with her, Gale. Oh, has there been a fresh supply of monsters? Let me make sure Gale has mutual. He does not. If there's the possibility of it being a spoiler, then that suggests prequel comic covers Karma Society stuff. Which is interesting. Right. Karma Society stuff then, yeah. Mutual Karma. Throw an iron stomach as well. It's a good thing I checked, because I didn't fix up everybody's stuff. So how far did you end up getting in Guys Arcadia yesterday, Chansum? At my bonus, and counter is good. Critical doesn't seem like it matters enough. Counter strike, no, counter than counter strike. Critical doesn't seem like it hits often enough. And don't know if there's a higher version of that. Counter-Strike is above Counter. Razi. Bonus. Why? Atma. Bonus. You have the Orama? You do not. Yeah, that's fair enough. Did you have any trouble with the Executioner? Because, the Executioner was the first time I got stuck on that game. Like, way back when. Did not. It's good work, Jensen. No problem. It's not really fair when a game catches you off guard like that with double boss fights. Calamity Ring. Yeah, it would have got you. And the Executioner isn't an easy boss to begin with. Alright, let's go through this dungeon. Yeah, back when I was way younger and not as good as RPGs as I am now, the Executioner was a point I got stuck on. For the most part, I don't think the rest of the game was a big issue. There was one point that I will point out to you at some point that I'm not going to spoil for you. But there is good reason for that. Like, there's a good reason I got stuck there for a little while. And then after that, it was a case of the game, once you're at that point, you should know what you're doing enough to not really have to worry. I thought it might be, but I didn't want to mention it. The Executioner will get a lot of people. It's also the first boss in the game that'll start throwing out buffs. Increm, I think. Yeah. I thought it'd be the Executioner. There's another point, like I say, the other point I got stuck on, it's not a huge amount further. I'll point it out after you beat it. Specifically so that you don't feel pressured or like, oh no, this is going to be a dangerous thing or anything. And then after that, I remember my first playthrough was pretty smooth sailing. Until the final boss. Which I felt like I wasn't strong enough to beat. And so it was a case of multiple times going into the final dungeon, hitting up against the boss, the final boss, which it's a JRPG, there's multiple phases to it. Getting to the final phase and not being strong enough to beat it. And it's like, okay, load the save, go out and grind. And then try it again. It took me 2 or 3 tries of that, I recall. Like I said, the rest of the game was pretty smooth. It's not an overly difficult game. You will probably get game overs, though. And that 13-phase boss fight. Yeah. These aren't tougher. I was expecting these guys to be tougher. I thought this area was going to be completely repopulated with new enemies. I think the difference with Skies of Arcadia's final boss... These guys look unfamiliar. I think the difference with Skies of Arcadia's final phase of the final boss and Persona 3 being with its 13 phase final boss, it's the travel time. There's a lot of travel time between in Skies of Arcadia. When I streamed earlier this year, though, like, didn't have any issues. I'd taken a couple of bits out to grind, specifically to avoid it, and we ended up being fine. Once you end up at the point where you have access to everything, I will point out on the map for you the good place to grind. Think like Peninsula of Power kind of thing. Is it? No, it's just enemies that drop a decent amount of experience. Like, there's one area in the world that's just better than everywhere else. It's only if you want it, though. No problem. I remember what the place looked like. I don't know if I remember where on the map it actually is. You realise you really just threw another RPG on top of yourself, and you may as well also be streaming that? Like, you talk about trying to avoid burnout yourself, and then you throw another RPG on top of that you've got to play with Megumi as she does it? As long as you're having fun. Hopefully this side quest stuff will be a good opportunity to get some grinding done. It's going to be a long time before I get to Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot of stuff I want to do before then. Unless somebody decides to redeem it for 100,000 points when they just pick a game. Personally, I'd consider that kind of a waste of 100,000 points. You could pick anything, you pick Kingdom Hearts. But, yeah, I can't understand what people spend that on. Okay. Nostalgia isn't such a bad thing. Looks like we're almost out of here. Kinda disappointed. From the way they were talking, I was expecting new monsters in here. Anyway. A treasure chest that I missed, apparently. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. And if somebody wants to redeem Kingdom Hearts, that's up to them. I just think, like, with all the other stuff on the list that you'd get to choose from, Kingdom Hearts would be kind of unambitious. But, yeah. Your points. Probably argue redeeming specifically Final Fantasy VII is also unambitious. But I'm pretty sure Klim intends to do that. That's going to be a fun one to work up to. Especially since I've still got Skies of Arcadia to go through. And, Final Fantasy XIII's coming up. I'm going to have to do that soon, then having to do Nocturne on top of that. I will say though, Chansum, since you're probably the one that's going to end up redeeming it, we'll be doing the hard type mod. It'd be nice to not immediately redeem. Yeah, we'll be doing the hard type mod that I've got for it. And I will be doing... I think I posted a link to it at some point on the Discord. I'll post another link to it. We're not going to be doing it for the added difficulty, we're going to be doing it for the quality of life features. Gone the wrong way. I got turned around. But yeah, it's got a bunch of quality of life features for Nocturne that are well worth it. It has rebalancing that makes the game harder if you play it on hard mode, but on normal mode, it's just regular Nocturne with these quality of life improvements, so that's what we're going to do. That's probably pretty rare, Chansum. I wonder if they'll put a new one out when the HD remaster comes out. What's this? What is soundtrack by Twitch? I imagine it's supposed to be Twitch's. We're actually doing something so you don't get hit with the DMCA strikes. Like, what is it actually doing? Oh, so how you doing, Teak? You still on the after years? Is tonight Final Fantasy IV the after years for you? Given how a lot of this stuff has turned out, it really sounds like there's nothing you can do with a lot of stuff. Like the automatic bots will just decide anything if it sounds close enough to what they say. Or just regular in-game music, like, oh, what do? Do I mute the in-game audio when playing Final Fantasy because it's copyrighted to the music's copyrighted to Square? I'm sorry to hear that, Teak. Yeah, because basically any in-game music could be copyrighted like that. And there was the thing of somebody getting a copyright claim from wind noises in World of Warcraft, which immediately just says it's at least as bad as YouTube strike copyright bots. Yeah. There's been issues since Nintendo, like. There is also the concern, of course, with anything with a licensed soundtrack. What do? Just turn the music off entirely? It was Miles Morales anyway. I didn't watch you play any of it because I want to play it for myself at some point. But how is it? I've heard some of the bugs. I saw that video you put up on your Discord of the web swinging fire truck. It's like the fact that games can get released in such a buggy state is unbelievable. Yeah, I'm thinking about that, Sieg, and it could only change how you approach fights, considering Spider-Man PS4 felt like the stealth was so half-hearted. Like, the only opportunities you ever really had for stealth were the gang bases. And you'd take a bunch of them down, and then it would say Wave 2, and then you're in combat, and there'd be no alternative. He's upside down through the world, jeez. So adding actual stealth options would be nice. Like I say, the fact that games can get released in such a buggy state, somebody looks at that and says, that's good. Fine, put it out. We can patch it later. How about you launch it patch? It's like, let's tie this relevantly back to what we're playing at the minute. If you've seen anything of the Nocturne HD remaster, now that it's out in Japan, that is a mess. From everything I've seen, it's a very messy launch, with a game that is undeniably worse than the PS2 version. And Atlus's response has been, we're looking into the problems and we'll try and get a patch out for them. It's like, but PS2 Nocturne didn't have any of these issues. And it really speaks to the difference in developmental attitudes from how they used to be. And I don't think it's a positive. He just randomly cuts back to 4x3. Was that the cutscene where the kid gives you the Magatama? Yeah, it was. That's like 20 minutes into the game, god damn. Because his winter code didn't load. There's a lot going wrong with that, though. Like, make jokes about, oh, not getting any of the fun bugs, but, like, the fact that you're still getting bugs is... it should be unacceptable. It should be unacceptable, but, you know, gotta raise those game prices. I think fuck Miles Morales isn't a more expensive game. Oh, Climothy just popped in and redeemed Let's Mosey. Looks like we have a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII coming up. How you doing, Clem? Alright, let's try and hit these. That's going to be on the list now. Playthrough of Final Fantasy VII to go with the playthrough of Skies of Arcadia, to go with the playthrough of Final Fantasy XIII that's undeniably going to hit. That said, like I said last night in Rebel Stream though, like you push me, I'll have Final Fantasy VII done in a week. I'll do like, I could do a 7-day straight stream run and have it done in a week. It's good stuff, Clem. It's good stuff. Roxton's a good thing. Good thing to do. It's not even a speed run. Please tell me, Teak, that you are playing Don Corneo. Nah, I'm not gonna get the bromance with Barrett. I did it once out of curiosity, and then again for the trophy, and after that, it's not worth it. It's doable, and like I said, I did it for the trophy. It was the last trophy I had to get. Yeah, it's tedious. You've got to know exactly what you're doing. Voices for NPCs. I'm gonna assume that the this guy R6 is already taken. You know, Klim brings up a good point. Would I want to play anybody other than Heidegger? Difficult question. Where's the next save point? Right there, awesome. Sarah is about to finish off Ice Wall. Yeah, I feel confident I could have FF7 done in a week. Of course, not a full playthrough. Like, it wouldn't include it wouldn't include Knights of the Round. It wouldn't include Ultimate Weapon. It wouldn't include Ruby or Emerald. Like, straight shot playthrough, I could have that done in a week. I really hope they keep some of that dumb shit with Final Fantasy VII Remake as they go to Junon and stuff. I want them to keep the slap fight between Scarlet and Tifa. Interesting stuff, too. I considered like trying to put together a voice cast once for Ace Attorney. Largely since editing-wise, there'd be so little effort you'd need to put into it compared to like anything else. There it is. But I never did anything with it. Slap fight is very important. Alright, what do we got? Item find. Yeah, fuck it, go with that. We'll get to FF7 soon. I want to take a look at the schedule and set aside time specifically for redeemed stuff. Because I'm not sure how much longer Digital Devil Saga 2 is going to take me. Undertale Genocide has the appeal of getting to the Sans fight, but it seems like the requirements for it seem incredibly tedious. Yeah, like, once we've done with Digital Devil Saga 2, probably run one of the other games we've got. But definitely want to set aside at least one day a week for the redeemed stuff. Yeah, FF7 would be pretty quick. No, it's cool, Chansum. I appreciate the offer, but like the mystery is probably the better part of it. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We need to boost Yellow's physical power. Hmm. Yeah. Like I said with Chansum, about Nocturne though, like we were doing the hard site mod for that. We won't be doing a standard version of Final Fantasy VII either. Alright, Lino, we'll be here when you get back. Yeah, we won't be doing a standard playthrough of Final Fantasy VII either. We will be doing the retranslation mod that I found. That I'm kind of interested in, because, let's be fair, Final Fantasy VII's translation isn't great. It's been argued that Final Fantasy VI has a better translation than 7 does. And it's believable. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, we've all been through Final Fantasy VII, and I think the retranslation mod could liven it up a bit. Very much in the same way, same reason when I found out that there was a translation patch for Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the Japanese original version. I was like, I want to take a look at this, see what it's like. Yeah, let you do that, Star Fox. Well, yeah, there was a fan translation of Japanese version of Symphony of the Night. For some reason, presumably someone decided that the localization wasn't good enough. So I played that. It wasn't as good as the official localization. The writing was a lot more stilted. And I really think Jeremy Blaustein doesn't get the credit he deserves for that localization. There's a lot of cool little bits added into it. Best example I can think of, there's an enemy in the reverse castle called, in Japanese version, Football Skeleton, because it kicks its head around. When Jeremy Blaustein localized it, he renamed that skeleton to Yorick, which is a name that has stuck since. There was a lot of interesting research done into specific things to call enemies that would match up with folklore and stuff, and it's a lot of effort, and it was very well done. And I'll still argue that the voice acting, for the most part, isn't that bad. This is the last one, right? So yeah, the FF7 playthrough you've redeemed, Clem, will be the retranslation mod. I hope you find it as interesting as I'm looking forward to. I think stuff like that also often showcases the lesser considered side of fan translations. Especially a fan translation of a game that has or later receives an official English translation and release. That often, when it's the only option, the fan translation is great. But when there's an actual way to play something in English, usually the official English translation is better written. No, this guy are not sick. Like I say, the Symphony of the Night translation, the Symphony of the Night fan translation, was just definitely worse than the official one. I don't remember if it fixes the spirit bug. Because, you know, in Final Fantasy VII, spirit is bugged and doesn't actually work properly. There are patches and hacks you can get that fix that. Right? Absolutely nothing here. I don't think it was magic defense. I think it was specifically spirit. Like, you say something like magic defense not working to me, and I think Gen 1 Pokemon, when special attack and defense were just one stat. That's probably a way. Yeah, I'm sure Spirit was bugged. I've never played with it fixed. Like, whichever stat is that's actually busted and doesn't work, I've never played with it fixed. I don't play a lot of RPGs with hacks on them. Generally just because of the time it takes to play an RPG, I don't often do that. Right, so it is Spirit that's bugged. Either way, yeah. I thought you'd confirmed it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I don't usually play RPGs with hacks just because of how long they are. There's a bunch of there's a couple of Final Fantasy VII mods that I've been told about. Like Bane has recommended me one called New Threat, I think it was. That sounded kind of interesting, but it's only available on the PC version, which is unfortunate. And 7 is like one of the only Final Fantasy games I don't actually have on PC. Where we go? I got 3, 4, 8, 9. Do I have 10? No, I don't have 10. No. Yeah, it's not a big deal. There is a ROM hack I got of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow that I've been meaning to look into for a while. Which completely alters most of the game. I think that enemy stats, and placement. It sounded pretty interesting and was highly recommended, so I got it, and I've just not played much of it. Aria of Sorrow Altar. Seems kind of neat, and Aria of Sorrow is a game that's good enough to be worth playing through a second time with something like that. Ain't it great that birds are weak to guns? Like, you thought you had the upper hand because we weren't transformed, but you did not count for the power of gun. So this area was a waste of time. How is it that you are so strong? I have the power of my friends at my back. And my gun. That's gonna be like the twist ending of Persona 5. It's like, yeah, social links, yeah, whatever, also this gun. I like that Persona 5 brought some of the old stuff back. Like guns and the nuclear element. It was a weird thing to go back to Persona 1 and 2 with, after playing 3 and 4, like, yeah, no, there's just another element, it's nuclear. Like, what? Why? Then again, it's also weird that Persona switches out force for wind. And like, I don't think anything else in Shin Megami Tensei does that. Like, it's primarily fire, ice, lightning, force. And then the Persona games come along and change it to fire, ice, lightning, wind. And change the name as well. It was like Garu instead of Zan. It's weird, I never understood why. Eh. Oh, that reminds me, I need to mess with the bot a little bit. Grab that and back. There we go. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII isn't a super long RPG. An average playthrough of it, not pushing to get everything, do about 35 hours. I really focus on it. You can be out of Midgar in a single stream. What's that? It took you 30 hours to get out of Midgar in Remake? Yeah, I did it in 5 in the original. Fuck Shimra. I'll get around to the remake at some point. I'll have to pick it up, but you know. I'll do some of the Saga games. Okay, so we checked out the Luca Parlor. I want to go back there actually, check out the area we started the game at. That's the processing dome done. Nothing there. Before we go there, the urban area wasn't a dungeon, was it? To be fair, Angel was once guiding us. Oh, they're just not gonna open the door. Alright, let's check out the direction we start the game in. If we can go back there. I'm entirely sure we can. Yeah, that reminds me, I'll have to turn off the redemption for Final Fantasy V now. Final Fantasy VII. I've been thinking of making the point redemption specifically focused on games that I've already done on the stream. But I'm unsure about that as of yet. But hence Final Fantasy VII and Skies of Arcadia. Hmm. I guess it's Dark Souls if we go in that direction. But like, do I want to do Dark Souls again? Especially when I need to be psyching myself up to eventually do Bloodborne. LP. Plus, you know, I really, like, in the last week or so, I really got hit with the desire to start Code Vein. I really want to start Code Vein. But I don't want to do it off stream. Then wanted to watch it.
Okay, you asked for it.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of getting back into the mood for it and probably don't want to do Dark Souls 1 again anytime around when I'm going to do that. What does that leave us? Like Final Fantasy 8? Really feel like going through again. Like SMT 1 and Nocturne I think are reasonable. Lunar Silver Star Story Complete is on the redemption list at the minute. But that feels like a stretch. Because that's a game I'm probably just going to want to get to at some point anyway. Hmm. I don't know. Guess we'll just have to see. And of course I put Resonance of Fate on the list of coming soon, because I've been wanting to play Resonance of Fate for years. And the focus of the stream will get me through the tutorial, which has been the reason why I've never played it. I'm beginning to think there's just nothing here. I feel like Resonance of Fatal tonight's been more interesting than Star Ocean. Last Hope will be, at least. It feels like it's been a while since Tri-Ace put out an actually interesting and decent RPG. Because Last Hope was not interesting. And from what I've heard, Integrity and Faithlessness and Integrity. The latest Star Ocean also wasn't particularly good. Jansen, do you know if there's actually anything here? Down here for us? Want more space to cover, and I don't feel like there's going to be anything there. Yeah, tell me if you would, please. Just cut out on the needless wandering. Wander through 2.5 areas now. Where did I just dump myself? No, I appreciate that, Chanson. And I've just gone and done the stupid thing anyway, and we're walking out anyway, because... An idiot. Really, the egg again? I would have thought there. That would have been like one of the last places I would have thought to look. Because that's the last place we did. Does anybody have any RPGs to be interested in seeing? Like, whether you've done them or not, just RPGs that you're interested in. That may or may not be on the list. This is where the game started. I always feel like it's a missed opportunity in, especially in RPG, if you can go right back to where the game began, but nothing to be there. Do I have anything that's going to reduce encounters? Nope. It is the egg. Alright, thanks, Shanson. I say, I wouldn't have thought to go there with it being the last place we did in the story. Yeah, anybody got any RPGs to be interested in seeing? Like, whether you've done them or not, like, if you've just, like, did an RPG that you've never played that's interesting to you. Alright. Thanks, Shanson. So I feel like getting out of here will go a lot quicker with the conversation. Hey, Magic. Why don't you have a VIP badge? Yeah, I thought Twitch might be being an issue. It said I had 0 viewers. Fortnite has crashed Twitch. God damn it. Yeah, no, sure. I'll take some time off and come back when I'm feeling refreshed. And then Fortnite happens. Tales of Destiny Director's Cut. That wasn't released outside Japan, was it? Yeah, it just wasn't there for you, the first thing you said, Magic. Like, if you go back in the video, it also didn't pop up in the in-stream chat. Yeah. Only in Japan, Director's Cut. I have fan translations of, I think, 2 Tales games. I think it's just Innocence and Tempest. Actually, does pose a point. Speaking of fan translations. It was released in Japan and the UK. Oh, the sequel to another code. I'm getting 2 titles mixed up. Another code. The Wii sequel. Yeah, I forgot that wasn't released in the US. Yeah, I'm doing okay, Magic. How you doing, buddy? US is trace memory, yeah. I remember I played a bunch of Another Code on DS and just never got into it. Like, it seems to carry a kind of Hotel Dusk vibe, but I never got into it like I got into Hotel Dusk. That's the point. You guys didn't get the sequel to Hotel Dusk either, did you? Doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that, Magic. Hotel Dusk has a sequel. It's called Last Window. Look it up. Last Window something. It has a subtitle. But it has a sequel. I don't think that came out in the US, did it? Like, there was just a point around the DS era where Nintendo started giving Europe games before the US. Like, we got a bunch of DS games before the US. Like, I think we got The World Ends With You before the US did. The DS solution I've got at the minute actually doesn't work with Hotel Dusk, so unfortunately I can't stream that at the minute. Last Window Secret of Cape West? Something like that. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't stream Hotel Dusk. It's been a long time since I've been through that, and I probably have to... I do have Final Mix. Right there. Camera is not focusing. But I do actually have Final Mix. I bought it on a whim, and then it turns out you can only play it with the Joy-Cons, and I've never played it. And now let me reset the camera so it doesn't go blurry. Yeah, I did consider that. Similar thing like when EA announced the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I considered doing a stream of the trilogy, but thankfully Ninja's taking care of that for me. If anybody's interested in checking out the Mass Effect stuff, Ninja has been playing the Mass Effect trilogy for the past few weeks. He's almost at the end of Mass Effect 2. Yeah, it's Joy-Cons only. There's that. Hey, video games. And to cheer. Finished it this morning. That's good. I have to check in with him, see how many people survived. Yeah. World Ends With You Final Mix and Super Mario Party, both games that I haven't really touched. Because they require the Joy-Cons, and the Joy-Cons are garbage controllers. I wonder who survived then, that'd be... I'll have to ask him. What's inside, my dude? Yeah, I was busy earlier, so I didn't have a chance to stop in. I'm just going around the whole thing, seeing if anybody else is here. I'll go back to him. Yeah, don't worry about it, Chansum. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done something like that with your stream at least once. I don't think there was anybody else. Oh no, I have no viewers. Can't be any worse than Clint. Doesn't look like it. You know what, let's leave the area and come back in. Maybe by talking to the others, I messed that up. Left the building. I guess let's go inside. Hmm. Oh, the shop's gone. Is it you? Yeah, go for it. Hmm. Water. Jeez. It's amazing the amount of money that Twitch seems to generate in so much, and how little of it apparently goes back into it. With how often Twitch seems to have issues. Yeah. Waiting 7 hours in stream for it. I don't get people like that. Yeah. Spend less money on it, you make a higher profit. Huh. Where? Only one of them might be inside? That's a fair point. How you doing, Steam Powered Cat? I hope the power's been turned back on. Nope. Good thing I've still got some light balls left over. Alright, let's go. This is gonna be a super boss, isn't it? Kinda messed up. I hope it's only as messed up as it was last time we were here. If it's more messed up, that'll be an issue. The map seems fine. The Forbidden Chamber. Yep, great that I walk into an area and the first battle immediately hits 2 characters with mute. Love it. I think I bought some more disc mutes. Okay. There you go, lightning. Cool. With this being the last place we were, it's also going to be a good place to grind. Aja is a good thing. You just finished Esoteric, didn't you? Yeah. Save point there, we'll change the mantras. Alright. I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to work on the next level of magic. Start working our way towards some dying skills. Okay, I wonder if the portals are going. Yeah, the main concern has really been the money. But we've got the money now. So let's really make the push for it. God damn it. I don't expect it to be Earth. No. Yeah, we got Surf Learning Revive. This is probably the best place to grind for us anyway. We can work it out. And then another Zionga. And one more. Nice. Yeah, so this side quest hunt will probably have been a good idea. Gives us something to do while we're grinding. Yeah. Let's see, what about you? Really gonna have to consider that with CL one. Alright. Yeah, like going back to the World Ends With You Final Mix thing, I hate using the Joy-Cons, they are awful controllers. Like, back when I played the demo for Pokemon Let's Go, it was kind of neat, and there was some stuff I liked about it, even if it had the standard problems I dislike of Pokemon. But having to play it entirely with one Joy-Con and go, to throw a Pokeball in a really inaccurate fashion was just a case of like, you know what, I'm not going to buy this game. Well, I think the portals have disappeared, so that's nice. Should be a clean, straight shot now. Alright. Alright. That's okay, I don't think we need it anymore. We didn't get to explore over there. Wonder why. How's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Having a good Tuesday? I don't really have a problem with that magic, but that's mostly because I don't like Pokemon's battle system to begin with. But I can understand why somebody would dislike that as a mechanic. Oh great, these are still active. That's good, Chansum. That is good. I'm getting the feeling that we're not going to actually accomplish much on the stream today. But hopefully everything we do will be in service of accomplishing something later. Grinding, when done right, is never wasted. You're gonna be a dick, aren't you? Alright. Yeah, I can understand that. Plus, the mechanics of just catching Pokemon in Let's Go were just Motion controls aren't good. They're really not. Bad idea. And the way Nintendo keeps implementing them is garbage. And just not fun. Like I said, I got Super Mario Party, and I had a quick go of it to see how it was. Didn't like a bunch of the changes they've made to the boards. Like the character-specific dice, don't like that, but it's besides the point. I played one minigame, and you play it with one Joy-Con, and you have to shake and then hold down the shoulder button. And then shake, grab. Yeah. And the idea is like your character is climbing a beanstalk. It's like shake, move up, and then grab. Or grab onto where you were. And just keep doing that. And it wasn't fun or interesting. And at this point, I'm kind of just here thinking, you know, maybe Nintendo should just re-release Mario Party 2 and then never do anything else with the series. Because, like, this isn't even going to be a hot take. There hasn't been a good Mario Party in, like, 10 years. Not even a hot take. With the exception of stuff like Metroid Prime, where the motion controls are just pointer, because the Wiimote works as a pointer, that's fine. With the exception of that, I think the only time Nintendo has done a game where the motion controls were actually good for the game was WarioWare Smooth Moves. And that's largely because the motion controls had to be simple and intuitive enough for you to figure it out in the space of 5 seconds. Otherwise, you'd lose the game. Teak, you bought Super Mario 3D All-Stars, didn't you? Did you play it, or is it still sealed? There we go. I don't remember what the controls for the pointer were supposed to be for Galaxy in the collection. Except for handheld. I remember that in handheld, the controls for the pointer... That's weird. Stream Manager still says I've been going for an hour and 48. Hour and 48 here. And an hour and 48 on my OBS. Hmm. That's weird. Thankfully, because of issues we had previously, this kind of thing is exactly why I also record the streams as I do them locally on my system. Twitch has been all nuts. Probably a good thing we're not doing any story content at the minute. Yeah, I remember the pointer, because like with Super Mario Galaxy, the idea is like you point at the screen with the Wiimote, and you use that for various gimmicky sections and to collect star bits. And I know they replaced it with something on the Switch collection. I don't remember what it is for docked mode. I remember in handheld mode that it's the touchscreen. You have to use the touchscreen for it in handheld mode, which is fucking dumb. Like, Nintendo needs to decide whether or not the touchscreen is going to be a proper thing on the Switch or not. Because they really keep half-arsing it. Blood Ruby. Blood for the Blood God. This is a cool idea. The idea that the space between has just been erased. Kind of like JoJo. The one dude who has the ability to erase space and anything in that space. It always gets me when anything comes out on Switch and it doesn't have motion controls or gyro aiming, and people complain about that. Is that something? Ah, oh, that's a busted door. It always gets me with that. Like, Resident Evil 4 came out on Switch, and the big complaints a lot of reviews had for it wasn't that it's not 1080p or that it doesn't hold a consistent 60 FPS. The majority of complaints and reviews about it were that it doesn't have gyro aiming. And it's like, what is wrong with people? No, I don't romance Futaba to begin with. I remember when I got Persona 5 and I looked at the box and I was like, that's going to be who I romance, and it was Futaba. And then we got to Futaba in game and it's like, no. Futaba comes across as way too young. Yeah. 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 And you might say, but Chrono, like, what about the rest of the cast who are all teenagers? Like, I didn't romance one of the teenagers, romance one of the adults. That carries its own bag of worms, but you know what? I'm personally more comfortable with it. Nerd gremlin. You know, I'm surprised you didn't get Persona 5 on PS3, Chanson. But that is a fair point. We will not discuss any more of it. However, we didn't actually discuss spoilers. You don't have to worry about that. What were you weak to? It was fire. I feel like the reason the Phantom Thieves have code names when they're Phantom Thieves. That's fair enough. I feel like the reason Phantom Thieves have code names when they're Phantom Thieves is entirely so fans can discuss the characters without spoiling who those characters are. Like, the only one that's generally well known is Joker, who is the main character, of course, is a Phantom Thief. I'd recommend Magic doing the same as Chansom's doing and just going for a copy of P5R, Persona 5 Royal. Chansom, that's unfortunate, but it looks like it's worked out for you. You didn't have the problem I did of buying the Collector's Edition for Persona 5 and eventually buying the DLC on sale, and then Persona 5 Royal is announced, and it's a full-price expansion. And I've not bought it because you know what? No. That's fair enough. Atlas has been really weird about the whole thing. And it's like, oh, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne Remaster has been released in Japan. And Atlas, no, Royal is a separate game. It should be DLC, it's a separate game. It's a separate full-price game. And that's my big issue with it. Yeah, Nocturne HD has just come out, and Atlas has put out a bunch of streaming guidelines for the whole thing of like, yeah, no, we'll let you stream this if you do these things, and if you post anything in, like, if you're past a certain point, you specifically tag your stream with spoilers. And it's like, Atlas, this is a 17-year-old game. I appreciate it that it's been re-released and some people will be playing this for the first time. It is still a 17-year-old game. No, it's Persona 5 Golden. If you ever saw Persona 4 Golden, it's the same idea. Or like Persona 3 FES. It's the same idea as that. The difference with those, Persona 3 FES was released on the PS2, and you couldn't like intermesh everything via DLC. And Persona 4 Golden was released on A, separate system, and B, Persona 4 was a PS2 game. I recommend checking out Persona 4 Golden Magic. It is available on Steam now, which is very convenient for a lot of people. Yeah. You're not wrong, Steam Powered. I suppose the big difference for me is just that Persona 5 was the first one I bought at launch. Persona 3 FES has a bunch of extra content in the main game as well. new events, new demon, new personas. Like this, Persona 3 FES is an expanded version of the game, even taking out the answer section. And the same is true of Persona 4 Golden. Persona 4 Golden is advertised with the new character Marie and the winter section, but there's a lot of extra stuff throughout the game. Yeah, Persona 5 was just heavily blocked on PS4. Atlas blocked everything. Every time a trophy came up, because this was before I turned off the trophy notifications. Every time a trophy pops up, it'd be like, trophy, and then screenshot blocked every time because Atlas deactivated everything on that. Nocturne Maniacs Edition, Maniacs Chronicle Edition, with Rado Kazanoa. They have done it before, and you are very right. Of course, there are people who are kind of pissed off that the Nocturne remaster has Dante as a separate paid DLC. And it's shitty business practices. It's very anti-consumer. And Atlas has been getting worse with it, especially DLC-wise. Word of advice, do not buy Persona 4, Persona 3, or Persona 5 dancing. Persona 4 dancing, if you're into it, is enjoyable enough. I have issues with how it works as a rhythm game. I don't think it's great. But it's got a lot of content and a full story mode. Persona 3 and 5 don't have that, and a lot of the content that they should have is DLC. And Atlas has gotten really bad for that. And honestly, with stuff like that, it doesn't matter how good the quality is of whatever they're putting out. The business practice is still shit. And of course, if you want Persona 4 Dancing All Night, which is the complete game, you either buy it on Vita, or if you want it on PS4, you can only get it if you buy the collection of 3 and 5. And they give you 4 as a bonus, but there's no way to purchase it separately. Alright, how badly is this going to kick the shit out of me? Hello? To be honest, I was not expecting an Archangel. I was not expecting actual god elements. They've been calling the sun god, and I thought it was just a weird thing they were doing, but no, it's like, no, God sent down his archangels. Again. Like a dick. Alright, how bad is this gonna be? That's gonna be pretty bad. That's not so bad. God is a dick. one day, eventually, we keep going long enough, eventually we'll do SMT1. And then we do SMT1, we have to follow up with SMT2. And I feel like the first two games of the series are the best examples of the series' entire philosophy on God. Fucking Yahweh. This seems too simple so far. If this is an optional boss, what is the catch? Yeah, I feel like for the most part, since SMT2, the portrayal of God in SMT has been a very hands-off approach. It's like, yeah, no, he's sent angels down to reap and enforce law and shit. But you never actually confront him again. I feel like there's one exception, I can't think what it is. Okay. I can't believe we're on red numbers already. I was expecting this to be way harder. But if Uriel's here, that suggests elsewhere we'll find Gabriel and Michael. More dangerous. Oh, that was a thing. Disappeared, not dead. Okay. I was expecting that to be harder. But that ending suggests that he's gonna come back. Interesting, this entire area is cut off. And now we just can't get there. Is there anything else for us to do here, Chansum? Or are we all done with this area? Alright, let's head back to the save point and get out of here then. Go back and store and then save. This one's finished. Okay. Talk to this guy, tell him we took care of him. See if there's anything else he can tell us. 3 left. Gabriel, Michael. Who's the 4th? Can't be Lucifer, can it? That guy's gone. Huh. Raphael, thank you. I knew it wasn't going to be Luke. Alright, thanks for joining us, Clem. You take care of yourself, buddy. We'll catch you next time. I always forget Raphael. What's your next, Shansom? We're climbing the Karma Tower again. That is one of the places, yeah. Alright. The illusion of self-sufficiency. So my guess now is that the Archangels weren't actually around until we did that. And that if we'd gone into the Karma Tower, we wouldn't have found anybody. Which leaves us with the question... Is the underground city and the processing dome now full of people? Now full of what we need? Yeah, I was here. Well, it's good to know I have to go through them again. Alright, focus. Focus, push on ahead. Nice, cool. Like, one of them is actually in this area, right? In the internment area. That's what it's called, internment area. Yeah. Alright. So I was going through the right places at the wrong time. Wonderful. Right. I'm going to assume I want to do Karma Society Tower last. I assume I'll find Michael there.
Okay, you asked for it.
Alright. Yeah, my assumption is we'll find Michael at the top of the tower. And probably be a good idea to face him last. Really? Did he appear in a specific order? Or is it that if I just went there now, it'd be a problem? Because if they only appear in a specific order, that's kind of a guy dang it situation, and I'm not fond of that. It'd be a problem. I mean, it's already kind of guy dang it of like, yeah, no, side quests are available now, we're not going to tell you. And also, you need to go right back into the place you were in before. Like, the place you just left. And do an interrogation sequence. Alright. Okay. So my thought of why it would be a problem if I went now, I'm gonna assume that doing them out of order may cause them to call each other, making the fight more difficult. Speculation. There we go. There you go. It sounded like the only thing that would make sense. Which again creates a guy dang it situation, because there'd be nothing to tell you that that would be avoidable. Raphael? I figured Raphael would be next, then Gabriel, then Michael. No. No. Of course, because you're flying. Nasty. Nice. Yeah, I think the hierarchy does go from Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, Michael. Michael, pretty sure, is usually at the top in this situation. Nice that they're bringing back the DDS1 battle theme again. Poison. Wonderful. Okay. This poison. And throw a heal. There we go. The Millennial Kingdom. There's the red numbers. I'm guessing the final fight against these guys, I guess the last of these guys, is gonna make up for the lack of difficulty so far. Like, there really hasn't been much here yet. That's concerning. What a dick. Now we're just doing less damage. Wonderful. And you said Karma Tower next. Fastest way to head to the save point. Would it? No, because we can't transport back to the previous save. Because it's a small Karma terminal. Alright. Looks like we're walking. Fastest way in would have been to transport. But if that was the case, I would have skipped over that, gone right down to the bottom and found nothing. It was a good thing I didn't transport. Yeah, I've been thinking, like, we'll eventually get to... Going back to the conversation we had earlier, some fan translation stuff. We'll eventually get to Final Fantasy V. And I've been thinking, like, it'd be kind of neat to check out the old fan translation for that. Which, you know, is historically significant for being, like, the first major fan translation of an RPG. And it predates Square. I think the release, the conception certainly, but I think the release predates Square release in Final Fantasy V themselves on PS1. It's a fascinating project. May not have been the first, but it was the first one that got real attention. Because they fully fan translated an entire RPG. Though I do not regret that Square localize the main character's name into Bart's. I've got a problem with it. Fine, localized name. Better than Butts. Alright. Little more and Gale will have Fire Lord.
Please, don't get in our way.
A little bit more. Hopefully this will be the last battle, but I expected the last 2 battles to each be the last battle. Really, still? You guys seen any more problems with Twitch? Because everything's looking fine on my end, but you guys seen any more issues on the Twitch side? Seriously, still? These are back to normal. That's good. Thanks, Magic. Seems fine on mobile. Alright, thanks, Jansen. You edit your title, man. You know what, while we're not really doing anything, we talked about DLC earlier. Something that I saw recently, I think it was Friday, that I was aware of, but I was reminded of. The Dead or Alive 6 DLC fiascos. That it seems like after the first season pass came out, everybody stopped talking about. But they're on like the 4th season pass now. And I think I was down on record as saying that the first season pass came with 3 characters. And a bunch of costumes. I was looking on the Xbox store last week, because I got the like big digital sale on for Black Friday. Didn't end up buying anything. And the Dead or Alive 6 season passes are all on sale. All 4 of them. And it's like full price. For the season passes, they're like £80 each. Which is immediately a problem, but it's like, okay, what are you getting with these season passes? Season Pass 1 contains 2 characters and 62 costumes. Every season after that is, I think, 1 character each and like 80 costumes. And it's just ridiculous. And it brings up the point that a lot of people either weren't aware of or had forgotten about Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. The fact that there's like $1,000 worth of DLC for that game. It's a fighting game. Alright, heading to the Karma Tower. Not been in here for a while. Ooh. Ooh. The direction of the call. So Karma Tower is next, right? And then I'm guessing the last place is going to be the underground where we were going before. Well, I guess that explains... Yeah. Alright, thanks, Shansom. I guess that explains where Cielo came from. It's like, oh yeah, no, everybody in the party came from here. Except Cielo. Where did Cielo come from? This one throwaway line from an NPC in an area that you are probably not going to go back to will tell you. Maybe we're not supposed to care about Cielo. Another child in the Cerberus Shaman program. Still puts Cielo separate from everybody else, but still leaves us with the question of where everybody else in the junkyard came from. This seems the same. He was a kid. Yeah. Takes things a little less seriously, I guess. Nation. Tries to lighten the mood. Eh. Alright, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Considering how long ago we went through this area, I wouldn't have expected regular enemies to take a hit and survive. I'll have to confirm that with some more fights. But the angels were here to begin with. Alright. Okay. I always associate those angels as female, and it's weird to hear male voices coming out of them. I mean, I guess angels, generally with the way the series goes, primarily are genderless. Mostly. But the point still stands. No, I should be the same voice anyway. Alright. Did I see something back there? No. Eh. Was that explained in game that Jenna is intersex? Right. Alright. I remember thinking to myself, and it came up earlier in my head, like, Jenna is insect's probably the best way to put it. I was like, wait, is that something I just made up in my head, or did somebody actually tell me that? Your egg and sperm. Interesting, I could understand why it'd be a quick passing line like that. But it also makes sense why I don't remember it. The father and the mother. We're gonna beat her down. Her in the face. The dick. Deserves it. The dick. Out of this shit, Jana. Yeah, it makes sense. One of those lines that you'd only think about upon repeat playthroughs. Yeah. Is that the way forward? It's gotta be, isn't it? Yeah. You got any plans to do a Shin Megami Tensei game yourself, Jansen? Anytime soon? I mean, like, you're coming up to the end of Bait and Kaito, so any idea what you're doing after that? Ugh. Oh yeah, Origins, of course. Forgot about Origins. A game called Bait and Kaito's Origins is the prequel to a game called Bait and Kaito's. That's fair enough. If you put FF7 Remake into the Syria time slot, I'm not going to be watching that because I haven't done 7 Remake yet. I don't have 7 Remake yet. Oh yeah, the fake save door. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to like rework the schedule. Take your 2 days off on the Wednesday and Thursday, maybe take an extra day off. Or have a day for something a little lighter that you could then just not do whenever you feel like it. A non-committal day? I don't know. I mean, that's what Saturday was for me. Just like do whatever I want. And then I started Ninja Gaiden Black, and I do actually want to go and continue that. Next save point is we're about to another full mantra. Sweet. Transform so I can eat you. That's interesting. We should be doing Azure Strike and Gunvolt on Sunday. For the Sunday showcase that was requested by Klim. And I think once we've got the lineup so far done, it's Klim has requested Azure Strike and Gunvolt, Teak requested Mighty number 9, and of course Sana requested Dragon's Crown Pro. And I think once they're all done, I'm going to put the Sunday showcase on hold for a little while and focus on getting some of these RPGs done. Just like an extra day for them. Because I could put Final Fantasy VII down to like 1 day a week and that'd be fine. I always know what I'm doing with 7. And of course, the Skies of Arcadia. My big concern with doing Skies of Arcadia on Dreamcast is going to be the extra grinding required.
Please, don't get in our way.
And one for you. And smack him. There we go. Yeah. I want a day separate to finish up Ninja Gaiden as well. That'd be a good idea. For the minute, Saturdays, certainly. Yeah. Work in progress. Work in progress. Figure it out. Mix up the schedule. 6 days a week is probably a bit much to begin with anyway. Like it down to 5. Used to be the case, back when I first started streaming, I was doing 4 days a week, and eventually I got kind of burned out on that and stopped for a while and then came back with a 3-day-a-week schedule. And that's what we were doing. Back when this whole mess that we're in started. We were on 3 days a week, and then because I didn't really have anything else to do, I just ended up upping it. And then somehow a few months back, we just ended up doing 6 days a week. Transform. I cut that down to 5, not a bad idea. There we go. Eat this. Finally. Recalm, good skill for everyone to have. Yeah, I think like moving moving it into like finishing the Sunday showcase for a while and working on some of the redeemed games will be a good idea. Like, you guys have spent your points for a reason. Points accumulated through regular viewing, which I very much appreciate. I thought it'd be out here. Most likely place. The top was unlikely, but where we thought the Shavana was good guess. Oh wow, Gabriel looks feminine. I thought SMT4 was the first one to do that. It's like SMT4 had female Gabriel. Am I forgetting something else? I probably am now. Alright. No, I appreciate you guys spending the time here to accumulate the points like that. That's not good. That's worse. There you go. There is the bullshit I was expecting. One turn, she's managed to reduce us so far down. This is going to be the fight that requires preparation. Discurse. Is she weak to Zan? Find that out. Nice. We still have the issue here with her primarily using shit like this. Mute is always a concern, and Cielo is weak to status effects. So this is going to be a nastier fight. Maybe that if we fall here, I'll have to bring in Gale. Maybe a necessity. hopefully we can just keep this up, stave off the damage for long enough, and just keep hitting with Zanma. Great. Confusion. That's a lot of money, sir. They're confused magic, and one of the things amongst amongst the various things your characters can do while confused is they can drop money. And it looks like that the amount they can drop increases with how much you have, and they just dropped like a sixth of my total money. That was over 100 grand. Just percentage, yeah, so that's great. That was some fucking bullshit. This is why I will never stop complaining about Mudo. Ever. But yeah, it would gone kind of badly, but you know what? We were winning. Let me just press the you lose button. You gotta find somebody to devour Klim. rend, slaughter, devour your enemies. It's the only way to survive. You cannot escape your fate, warrior of purgatory. Alright, let's try this again, bitch. You can tear, so I'm gonna jam it between your fucking eyes. You know what? I should have brought in Force Boost. I forgot about Force Boost. I'd take out for dinner. It's actually part of the reason why I was a little bit late starting tonight. Because I had takeout and it was a little bit later. So I had to deal with that first. Chicken tendies. I don't care anymore, Gabriel. Any interest or sympathy I had for you, just like, on. Here for the sausage boys. So how bad is this going to be? How bad do we think? All we can do is go with the attack we want and hope they won't fuck up too badly. Okay, Surf hasn't done anything, that's okay. That's still damage. And they're still confused. It wasn't 11k. It was 109,000 something. I'm sure it was 6 numbers. Why is it turn 3 of being confused? I gave Gale Quick Cure. Turn 4. I fucking hate this series sometimes. That's how it's going, Clem. Money is very important in this game, Magic. Because money is what we need to acquire new abilities. It's like, okay, I put Quick Cure on Gale there, specifically in case that happened. Gale did not recover any faster than anyone else. He was confused until Surf killed him. This is why I don't put fucking Quick Cure on. Oh yeah, no, the battles can be such shit at times. Alright, let me see. Force boost. At my bonus. Force boost. Bonus. Force boost. That's the second death stat fight, Clem. Both deaths have been bullshit. The first time, like, oh no, this is kind of a difficult fight. We managed to persevere, overcome, and we're about to win. And then Gabriel just presses the fuck you lose button. Which, you know, is always fun. And you saw what happened there. Yeah, no series does that as hard as Shin Megami Tensei. It'll just happen every now and then. You know you're doing too well. It's time for you to just die. Fighting game. There was a point at some point in the last 15 years where fighting games seem to have collectively decided that all the bosses have to be bullshit. Here we go. One's confused again. All we can do is hope. Turn 2. Well, finally have control back. I just pronounced the entire party as a fucking group of fucking morons. Gem. Gem. Thankfully, SMT has revival items that revive you with full health. Because, you know, that's always kind of a problem in Final Fantasy when you're reviving characters with Phoenix Downs and then they immediately get hit. Alright. Maybe we can still pull this back. Maybe. Yeah, Tails also has the benefit of having percentage-based healing items. It's like, okay, so you got Ration here, 50 hit points. At this point in the game, worthless. Meanwhile, your basic healing item in Tails, the Apple Gel, is a 30% heal. That is never going to lose its usefulness throughout the game. It's a good idea. Yes. I think there's like a couple of Final Fantasy games that have the Phoenix Pinions that revive more. Ugh. I've mentioned to you the South Ocean in Skies of Arcadia, Chansum. Look forward to that, because the only thing you're going to have there, but I mentioned this previously, enemies that have the guaranteed instant death spell, and the only revival items you will have are percentage based, as in there's a 50% chance they'll work. Worst part of the game, especially because of how early it happens. South Ocean Archery. South Ocean Archery. We still lost all that money. Let's get out of it. That fight was garbage. South Ocean Archery. I want to keep that. I want to keep that in everybody's head. Yeah, finally, after some bullshit, and we still lost a load of money. The revival gems, not necessarily a big deal. Going into a fight like that, I expect to use some items. The money is frustrating. She may be back. She may well be back. I'm gonna kick her in the face. Let's see, mutual karma. Seriously, increases chance of recovering from ailments each turn, and it did fuck all for Gale. Terrifying, ridiculous. Eee. Okay. Counter, I guess. If only we had anything like a ribbon. It's like, this is the only thing I can do to prevent that. But it's such a situational thing. Like, situational enough that it's not worth it. The Temple of Ancients doesn't seem to be on the planet at the minute, Clem. Okay, so the question now is, where is there? Right at the entrance, good. By the power of cannibalism. Here's a fun fact for you. The bonus boss of the first Digital Devil Saga game, if you go in with any abilities that nullify anything, he will instantly kill you for it. Yep. There's no good way to deal with that fight. Alright, so I'm guessing the last location is the underground city then, Chansum? Yeah, the super boss of the first Digital Devil Saga game. If you have any abilities that will nullify anything, he will instantly kill you for it. These games only have triple-digit health. He'll hit you for quad-digit damage. And it's an almighty type attack, so it can't be prevented. Alright, go for that then, Lena. Although, you know, you do have the option of saving up more for a game redemption, if you want to go with that. You spent the points now, Lena, you might as well ask something. Pretty far from 100k. There might be something else there though, like SMT1, Lunar Silver Star story. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of points on Teek's channel and nothing to spend them on because Teek doesn't have point rewards. To be in. Interesting question. Interesting question. Have highlight message. See, I could highlight every message I post in any stream of yours, and I would still have more points than I know what to do with. A video game world. That is a difficult question. Well, if I'm gonna actually take it seriously, yeah, no, it's a difficult question. Like, when you think about it, a lot of video games are not good places to live. Am I blurry, or is that just my messing with me? It seems fine. Let me reset it anyway. No, FF10's like any Final Fantasy. There are monsters there, no thank you. Yeah, there's also that religion, which causes problems of its own. And you know, the fact that sin comes around every 10 years. A 14 is still a world with the constant threat of the primals and the Garlean Empire. Yeah, plus one of the moons exploded and released a dragon god. A god king dragon. And later about PS2 game sent to a Nintendo magazine. Crystal shattering, sins, mad clowns. FF7 is almost entirely a dystopia. Shin Megami Tensei is always post-apocalypse. In the rare case that it's not, there's always demons and something that's gonna screw up your life. Mega Man wouldn't necessarily be bad. Asians are the bigger scale problem in 14. For the average person, like mostly Garlean Empire, and depending where you live, the primals. Yeah, the Mushroom Kingdom might not be bad. Unless you count in, like, the RPG stuff. Like, regular Mushroom Kingdom, what's the worst that happens? Oh yeah, no, sure, let me just move away from the castle and I'll be fine. RPG Mushroom Kingdom, no, you're fucked, it's gonna get worse. Yeah, I don't think I'd pick Animal Crossing. Yeah, Mario excluding the RPGs where everything just gets worse. It's like, hey, remember the Shroob invasion? You're gonna be up there, aren't you? The Metroid universe would have threats, but I suppose standard threats of like any sci-fi. Farming simulator is a fair point. That's a fair point with Pokemon. Like, what do they eat? Alright, let's throw this down because I feel like the last of them is gonna be around here. There it is. Yeah, but remember how big a deal it was in Gen 2 that they were cutting, like Team Rocket was cutting off the Slowpoke Tails. There you are. Michael. Yes, but you're discounting the problem of space pirates, Teak. And, like, Samus's origin really, I think, defines the problem with that entire area. This is the problem with angels in this setting. Horror and chaos don't exist here, fuckface. Did somebody say Battle of the Four Fiends? I think we're getting away from the point of the question, though. It was like, you know, what would you like to live in? Not what are they eating there. You know, that's what I was saying previously to you. Like, the Metroid primarily, if you're not going to be a bounty hunter or a member of the Galactic Federation, is pretty much running the risks of any standard sci-fi universe. Oh god, no, I wouldn't want to live in Professor Layton's universe. Yeah, now I'm just going to pop down to the shops and buy myself a Mars bar. This wouldn't happen in real life because A, they're overpriced, and B, I'm not that big on Mars bars, but let's go with the scenario for the sake of the hypothetical. It's like, cool. Okay, here you are, my good man. Here is £1. I would like my change. How much change are you due? Work it out from this equation. It's like, you know what? I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you on Bloodborne Magic. These guys have full health. This is worrying. This is gonna require grinding, I can feel it. I'm gonna need, like, all the dines. Yeah, Ultima Online, not necessarily a bad idea. A standard, very standard idea of an idealistic fantasy, medieval fantasy. And if anything goes wrong, there's always Lord British to protect you. Live in a Zelda game, that's a question, because they're usually in some form of horrible disaster. You're in the pottery business. Yeah, use your advanced meta knowledge and just make pots. Learn to make pots. Not Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. A Link to the Past isn't too bad, primarily because Link just deals with the whole thing, and there isn't a major world crisis that expands beyond the Dark World and just Hyrule Castle. Ocarina has the awkward 7-year period of darkness. Wind Waker wouldn't be too bad. Twilight Princess, like, because there's the whole Twilight part. Well, if we're going specifically off Kakariko, that immediately wipes out the first two from contention. What a dick. And here we go. I think probably like Link to the Past or Wind Waker. Oh, you guys are getting really meta with the idea now, like rather than just living in the world. Like, yeah, no, like I'm gonna go live in the Sims world, and it'll be like I'm playing the Sims as well. Legal prostitution. Yeah, but they're all like in the terrible NES color palette. Like, there are nice looking NES games. The Mega Man games have nice color palettes. The Zelda games on NES really don't. What were you? Were you Zio? Yes. Yeah, the NES games really don't have a nice color palette. Yeah. Gabriel's going to be a major problem again, and this is before we even get to Michael. Ah. And there's a good 35 points of damage there, Cielo. Appreciate it. Keep fighting the power. If we forget to Michael, we have to figure out what he's weak to. Cielo does his best. And, like, say what you want about Cielo, at least he misses way less than Gale does. This is why Gale isn't allowed in the party. What a dick. Alright, rock and roll. And one more. Show me the red numbers. Come on. Those red numbers. Gale's in permanent timeout. I never want to have to. I don't want to have him in the party again. I'd rather have a pet rock in the party than Gale. Nope. Pet Rock is a vital part of the team. Gale's there for cutscene duties. You haven't even done red numbers yet, jeez. This is only round 2. You're kind of a dick, aren't you, Raphael? I don't think we're gonna win this. But Gabriel's gonna be a considerable problem. I really do think we're gonna have to come back here with the Dines. I forgot about him. That's too bad. I'm gonna forget about him when we're done here. Look at his stupid hair. I appreciate that. Here's the bra haircut. Yeah, but you also have to, like, contend with the knowledge of Doatek. And you know none of those girls are gonna go out with you anyway. And there we go. Like all girls will knock you out. I mean, consider like what all the girls in DOA have going for them. Like Tina Armstrong is a world-class professional wrestler. Helena is a CEO of something. It might be Doatek. I actually didn't follow the story past 4. Kasumi and Ayane are both ninjas. Plus, you also have to take with the idea of if you're living in the Dead or Alive universe, you are also in the Ninja Gaiden universe, and that doesn't seem pleasant. Alright, medkit. Like, the Ninja Gaiden concerns are usually pretty worldwide. Yeah, canonically, the timeline of that entire universe is like Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, and then Dead or Alive, and then the NES Ninja Gaidens. Here we go again. And of course, because Cielo is weak to ailments. Yes. I mean, let's not forget what the Fiends are capable of in Ninja Gaiden. This fight would have been so much better if I had Argilla with me. Because there's no real option for this fight other than to replace Cielo with Gale. Which means we need Gale in the entire fight. I don't think we should let these characters hold on to the money anymore. Oh boy. Oh, Cielo's not cursed anymore. I'm fucking confused. What's that, Chansom? It sounds reasonable. While running with that same logic, it makes sense that Gale would have low accuracy because he uses an assault rifle. Though you'd think Heat would arguably be worse because he just uses a grenade launcher. How do I not get a game over this turn? Yeah, I was expecting that. Thanks, Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, he does punch a lot. Skies of Arcadia isn't necessarily a bad idea, depending where you live. Valua? No. Every other continent? More, yes. Though there is the concern of pirate attacks as well. Yeah, but you'd be like the only human in Spyro. Lois. I think that's going to do it for tonight. If I'm going to do that fight, we're going to need to do a lot of grinding. Specifically want to get the Dines. And I'm going to have to use Gale to deal with Gabriel. Since Cielo is weak to status ailments, which is a weird weakness. Yeah, you know what, Leno? I'm gonna go with Skies of Arcadia if you get to live on the like under any moon that isn't yellow. Because his original was a sleep child. Doesn't make it any less infuriating. Yeah, you don't know for yourself, Lena? Yeah, I think we're going to call it there. I'm going to have to do a lot of grinding to deal with that fight. It's like the Battle of the Four Fiends in Final Fantasy IV, if it was actually difficult. Of course, it's largely difficult there as opposed to Battle of the Four Fiends because when you get to the rematch with all of them, you are way stronger than you were when you previously fought them. Alright, let's see what is going on with Twitch. Rebel is streaming Outbreak. So let me see. I'll throw Rebel a shout out if anybody wants to check him out. But Outbreak isn't really in conjunction with what we're doing, so we're not going to raid him. Yeah. And that's it. Nobody else is live. Let me throw out some shout outs for some people. Cool people worth following. There we go, cool people worth following and checking out. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. We'll be back, I think, on Thursday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT, with possibly more of this. We're going to be grinding anyway, it'll have to be. It's either we grind or we drop the Archangels and go for story stuff, and we may not be able to come back for them. So that's an issue. Yeah. I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. Thanks so much for the support. It was really appreciated. Big special thank you to everybody. You won't be able to come back from this, so we got to grind to get the dimes then. So that's gonna be fun. And you know what my policy is? We do that on stream because that is part of the game. I could do it off stream and make the whole thing more enjoyable for you guys, but it's also misrepresenting the game. So we're not going to do that. And also, I don't really want to. I'm only playing this in streams anyway. Yeah, back 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time on Thursday, GMT. Possibly with more of this. Let's stay in the airport, you don't respond. Alright. Grinding for those should set me up for probably the rest of the game anyway. So that won't necessarily be a bad idea. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who joined the chat. Clem, Teak, Chansum, Lino, Magic, Steam Powered Cat. I think that's everybody who's in the chat. Thanks so much for keeping me company. I always really appreciate it. Yeah, we're back on Thursday with more of this. 8 PM Great Meantime. We'll throw out some shout outs to some people I recommend following. If you want more RPG stuff, Chansum regularly does RPGs. He's currently working his way through Tales of Berseria, Skies of Arcadia, and Baten Kaitos. And Teak regularly does RPGs on Tuesdays. He's currently working through Final Fantasy IV The After Years. I recommend both of them, they're both good people. Lino has recently started streaming himself, he's still new to it, and he's doing a Pokemon fan game, if anybody's interested in that. It was Ash Gray it popped up as. Don't really know much about that, but if you're interested, you know, it's cool people. Chansum is bad people. A lot of people feel they're boring, honestly. I try not to be boring, but a lot of the time it feels like I'm not really doing great with it. You just gotta, like, believe in yourself, you know? Secretly have it on, you bastard. You bastard. But yeah, that is going to do it. Once again, thank you to everybody who joined the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you for keeping me company. Chat is always the best part of the streams. Back Thursday, 8 PM Grace Meantime with more DDS2. I think Saturday we'll be doing Ninja Gaiden Black. More Ninja Gaiden Black. Yeah, in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.